Business Today is brought to you by
St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival celebrates an unforgettable journey with the best of the years, recapturing the most nostalgic moments, creating new magic. With their Supply and Chris Standring, George Benson and Joey Alexander, Cool of the Gang and Omi, BWB and Shaggy are just a few, alongside headliner Mark Anthony. An island party not soon forgotten. The St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival 25th anniversary, April 29th to May 8th. Visit stluciajazz.org. Executive producer, the St. Lucia Tourist Board. Platinum sponsor, RBC Royal Bank.
This is the Business Today for March 3rd, 2016. I'm Marlon Madden. Human Resource Development practitioner Tony Alton is not impressed with the number of hospitality workers who secured competency-based certification so far, and he's appealing to industry officials to play a greater role in the assessment process. Alton, principal consultant of the Potter Center, expressed shock that of the approximately 225 people from some 60 organizations trained between September 2014 and now, only a small percentage have been able to achieve the certification. The training is being offered through the Competency-Based Training Fund, CBTF, in conjunction with the TVET Council. Alton is hoping the majority of the workers will be certified in the areas of management and leadership by the end of April.
This approach, that is competency-based approach, is based upon on-the-job, real-time experience. And that is where we have the challenge. Of the 225 persons who have been trained so far, only 38 have gone through to complete certification, 17%. So that's a very low number. And so we've been flagged by the CBTF and the TVET Council because we are not meeting our targets for certification. That's where you come in. We have found that the candidates who engage and complete certification, for the most part, are those candidates whose companies, through their managers, either the direct line manager or the senior management of the organization, have gotten involved in the process. So I've come along this morning to ask for your support to get involved in the assessment process, to follow up those of you who had candidates in the system, to follow them up and ensure that they follow through with the assessment.
Alton was addressing the first Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association BHTA quarterly meeting for 2016 at the Hilton Resort yesterday. He complained that the process is being hampered by little documentation and industry officials who often claim they are too busy.
What we found is that across the industry and across Barbados for the main part, there's very little documentation. So that persons are working, they're doing what you require them to do on a daily basis, but it is word of mouth. Tomorrow morning when you come in, do this, do this. And when I come in, I check, you give me 2 thumbs up, and that's it. So part of why we are challenged is that there is not sufficient documentation of work, and so people aren't able now to go to their files and produce evidence of correspondence, minutes of meetings, and all of the things that they're doing in real time. That is where we're having our challenge.
Express Services provider DHL has been named top employer in the North America, Latin America, and Caribbean region for 2016 by the Top Employers Institute. DHL was also one of 8 companies worldwide to earn the Institute's Global Top Employer Award, which recognizes the company's commitment to support and develop its employees worldwide. In the Americas and Caribbean region, 6 countries received the certification: the United States, Barbados, Jamaica, Brazil, Mexico, and Venezuela. The Top Employers Institute assessed DHL on talent strategy, workforce planning, learning and development, performance management, leadership development, compensation and benefits, and culture, among other criteria. Chief Executive Officer of the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association BHTA, Sue Springer, is reporting favorable tourist arrivals for the first quarter of this year so far. Addressing the association's first quarterly meeting at the Hilton Hotel yesterday, Springer said provisional figures for the month of January showed an 11% increase in long-stay arrivals when compared to 2015. She said there was significant growth in major markets.
20% roughly in the US, 16.5% in the UK, 16% in Trinidad and Tobago, and 70% in Central and South America. Of course, that is very much direct to the new flight coming in from Colombia with Avianca. Canada was basically flat, and there was a decline out of Brazil. Attractions from my membership are reporting that in January their revenues were basically flat to to a 5% increase in numbers and revenue across the winter period. However, February has been strong. Restaurants and car rentals have also been strong during this quarter.
Springer, however, noted that industry officials were keeping their eyes on a number of international events, which she believes could be challenging.
The overall change in the economy is also something that is of concern as we look across the globe. The Chinese economy is slowing, the rate of exchange for the Canadian dollar and also the pound sterling, which certainly upsets me, but the pound sterling is very low at the moment. There's a referendum being called in the UK in June, there is the Olympics in Brazil, and of course there is the upcoming US elections that nobody could have possibly missed knowing about. And of course we also have a few other little issues that are making our life a little more challenging, and that is the Zika virus and also sargassum.
Now for today's financial tip. Paying close attention to interest rates will help inform which debt or savings commitments you should focus on. That's been the Business Today. Join us again next Tuesday. Until then, you can get more business and news by logging on to www.barbadostoday.tv, subscribing to our e-paper, and liking us on Facebook. I'm Marlon Madden.